Sahana bhavatu, sahanau bhunaktu, saha viryam karavavahai, tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidveshavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Gurureva Param Brahma, Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kamsachanuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum. Tamastajana Kalyani Niritam Karunamayam Namame Chinmayam Devam Sadgurum Brahma Vidvaram Sadgurum Brahma Vidvaram. Advaita Vedanta struggles to tell us that all your challenges, problems, sorrows, sufferings belong to the world. The world is created. The very creation is a perception. There is no reality. The very creation is a perception. There is no reality. Today, somebody has posted, I have yet to read because just now we got, but this is the theme of all scientists and spiritual people. There is no time at all. If there is no time, there is no space. If there is no time, if there is no space, there is no creation. If there is no time, there is no space, there is no creation. If there is no creation, there is no world that you see. If there is no world, your problems, your sorrows, your challenges are all mere perceptions. Is it enough if scientists say, spiritualists say, there is no time and space? We are experiencing time and space. So just because even scientists say, how can we accept when we are experiencing? You are experiencing several things, but they are not real. You see the earth is stationary. That's not real. Earth is rotating. You see the earth is flat. That's not real. You see the sky is blue. There is no sky at all to be blue. You see the dream world. It's not there. Seeing is no proof of being real. Seeing is not a proof for it being real. So it must be time-tested statement. It must be logical. It must be verifiable through experience. Then how do we see? What you see is real, but how you see, what you interpret of that is not real. Earring, chain, bangle, they have different uses. They have different shapes. They have different weights. Yet, there is nothing other than gold in it. Therefore, what you are seeing is a mere perception in the gold because you cannot separate anything from gold. There is no reality. There is no reality other than water in the waves and the bubbles. So, therefore, the world is real as existence, life, Bhagavan. The world is unreal as you see it to be earring, chain, and bangle. Unreal in Vedanta does not mean it is not there. It is there only when you see it. It was not there earlier, it will not be there later. During a particular period, it appears to be there. That appearance is a power in that itself. Where is the power in gold without it changing? Gold doesn't change, appears to change to become a earring, chain, and bangle. The power is in the gold itself. Where is the power without the waker changing, appears to be changing the multiple dream characters? It is in the waker himself. Similarly, where is the power for the one to appear as many in that one itself? That one is reality. In that there is a power itself not undergoing any change, appears to be changing, like the waker appearing to be the dreamer, like the gold appearing to be the ornaments, like the water appearing to be the waves and the bubbles. This power which makes that which is not there to be experienced. Asat bhana matram, not there but experienced, is the power in the reality itself. Since whatever it shows is not there, since it itself is not different from the reality, it's called Maya. Maya means that which is not there. It's your mind only. It's your mind only. When somebody sees you, a 6 foot, 6 foot man, he will see you as a short man. A child you see as a child. But when an ant sees even a child, it looks like a mountain. Therefore, perceptions are also subjective. Perceptions are also subjective. And all our problems belong to the perceived world. Hence, to know it, to detach from it, to use it is the intelligent way of living. To know it, to detach from it, to use it is the intelligent way of living. Therefore, we have to know how the creation and all that. We have told you that is the power there, Maya, which manifests as the power to create, as the power to maintain, as the power to withdraw. These three powers are necessary for any creation. So, these powers are facilitating the world for you, but you unintelligently identify with one of them. You unintelligently identify with one of them and come to suffer, not using them. They are meant to be used by you. They have been given to you to create, to protect, to withdraw. They have been given to you for that purpose. But you align with one of them primarily and come to suffer. You do not see everything as an expression of the one reality, call it God, call it Guru, call it Chaitanya, call it existence, call it life. It's all the same self. So therefore, since we are unintelligently having a relationship with these three gunas, not using it, coming under their spell, used by them, it's necessary for us to understand their behavior so that two things we can do. One is correct our relationship. One is, second is to detach. Third is, if you are under the spell of inertia, laziness, procrastination, carelessness, which is called tamas, you try to activate and go to rajas. And rajas also gives you agitations. From there, tamas to rajas, rajas to sattva. And sattva also binds you because sattvic people like peace, quietude, all the time want to learn this, learn that. That's also a bondage. That's also a bond. After that, you go beyond sattva. But no one can go straight from tamas to beyond sattva, rajas to beyond sattva, tamas to rajas, rajas to sattva, and then beyond sattva. These is the science of three gunas. It has been explained to us with reference to various factors like dana, tapa, yajna, dhruti, sukha, buddhi, etc., etc., etc. Now the same thing is given to the various differences in man to understand. By understanding that, several things happen. You understand that all gunas are necessary. So, if you properly understand, properly keep relationship, no guna is superior, no guna is inferior. Morning, you have to think, sattva guna, intellect. Afternoon, you have to work, rajoguna, mind. Night, you have to rest, tamoguna, body. You need all the three. Intellect, thinkers, Brahmins, the people who protect Kshatriyas, people who contribute to the economy, Vaisyas, people who serve all the three Shudras. Think through the intellect, protect through the hands, feed the belly, stand on the feet. Service. All of us have all the four. All of us are sometimes a Brahmana, Vaishya, Shudra, Kshatriya. Therefore, it is important that you understand them, keep a right relationship, and whip up from the lower one to the higher one, and then transcend them. This caste system is based on two things: karma and guna. If somebody is teaching Shastra, Vedas, he is a Brahmana. That is karma. But the one who is doing that karma can be too commercial. He is a Vaisya then. The one who is doing that karma can be also political in mind. We are seeing today all the people in the name of religion are politicians. And if he is lazy, if it's purely for money, the same Brahmana becomes a Vaishya or Shudra. On the contrary, a Shudra has noble ideas. He serves, but he is detached. He sees God in all, serves all. He becomes a Brahmana. Therefore, though both are criteria to judge whether a Brahmana, Vaishya, Kshatriya, Shudra, what is more important is the quality. This is why in Bhagavata, we have hundreds of instances where a Brahmana has become a Shudra or a Kshatriya, a Shudra has become a Brahmana. In Bhagavata, in a number of instances. Same father, Rishabha Maharaj. For Rishabha Maharaj, Bharata was a Kshatriya. There were 9 people who took to spiritualities, yogis, Nava yogis. 9 of them became kings. 81 of them have become Purohits. Now, what caste does Rishabha belong? Because some are Kshatriyas, some are Vaishyas. Some are Kshatriyas, some are Brahmanas. That too Purohits. Purohits means you can't call them Brahmana also. It's more or less Brahmana, Vaishya, all mixed together. There is a sloka by Adi Shankara, I think, or somewhere in the Shastra, very important sloka, asking next life, please don't give me a Purohit. That's one of the curses. Because a Purohit takes God also for granted and commercializes. Therefore, this caste system is necessary for a society, and it is there in all parts of the world. The thinkers, the rulers, the traders, and the people who serve. It is not Hinduism alone. Brahmana, Vaishya, Kshatriya, Shudra. You have to see your inclination. According to the inclination, choose your profession. But whatever you are doing, detached, knowing that this is only mind, perception for the transactional world. God is beyond it. Whomever, in whatever manner I serve through these gunas, they are all expressions of God. This is called following Swadharma, whether Brahmana, Vaishya, Kshatriya, or Shudra. Follow your Swadharma, but be detached. Be detached. Use your Swadharma to serve the Lord in all forms. Then you will get moksha. A Brahmana does not detach. He is bound. A Shudra detaches. He is liberated. Today, there is no need to talk about this caste system at all because there is no caste at all. Every house, there is a even biological I am talking. There is a Brahmin, there is a Shudra, there is a Vaishya. In every family, it's all mixed up. Very few families are left. They will be all mixed up in the next 15, 20 years. So this topic of as a caste has no relevance today. But the topic is relevant as gunas. The topic is relevant as gunas. Right? So now let us see what Geetha says about these four castes. Before I go, there is one sloka here. Natadasti prithivyamba divideveshu va punaha sappam prakritijair muktam yedebihi syat trivir gunaihi. There is no one in the body, when you have a body, one who is totally liberated from the gunas. Because some guna or other will always you need. So it is not that you can completely get out of them, but you can detach and use them. Detach and use them. Following your Swadharma. So to know your Swadharma, to detach and to follow, the castes have been explained here. Brahmana, Kshatriya, Visham, Shudranam, cha Parantapa, Karmani, Pravibhaktani, Swabhava, Prabhavaihi, Gunaihi. Brahmana, Kshatriya, Visham, Shudranam. Brahmins, rulers, traders, and the people who serve, their actions have been divided. How? Swabhava prabhavai gunaihi, born of their own nature. Geeta says, so it's not by birth alone, not by birth at all. Swabhava, one's nature. There was one argument for this. Yes, according to their nature only, they are born in that family. So all people born in Brahmin's family are Brahmins. But experience doesn't show that. Gurudev simply said, when I asked this question, then all Gandhiji's sons must be like Gandhiji. There are different characters of Gandhiji's sons. They were not the same. And once I went to give Tarpanam on Pongal day, and I asked the Brahmin, Pandit, will you do it for me? I am not a Brahmin. He said, Ukarya, yampaya net bar rairpa. Ni vandaye, Ukar. So that is the reality of caste system by birth. Therefore, Geeta itself says castes are by qualities according to their own temperament. What are the different temperaments? Let us see. Shamo dhamas tapas shaucham shanti rajyavameva cha jnanam vijnanamastikhyam brahma karma swabhavajam. These are the qualities of a Brahmin. Shamaha, serenity, mental quietude. Damaha, physical quietude. Tapaha, austerity, discipline. Shaucham, purity of thoughts. Shantihi, forgiveness. Arjavam, straightforwardness. Evacha, jnanam, knowledge. Vijnanam, experience. Astikyam, belief in God. Brahma karma, duties of the Brahmanas. Swabhavajam, born of their own nature. These are the Brahma karmas, born out of their own nature. Two examples in Bhagavata. This Shanti, endurance should be there for a Brahmana. When Shringi, Shamanaka Rishi's son, cursed Parikshit, Shamanaka Bhagavan said, you did a wrong thing. You cannot curse a king like that. We need a king. Without him, we will not be there. There will be complete looting and plundering and this thing. You should not curse him. A Brahmin should have patience, endurance. Same thing Jamadagni advises Parashurama when he kills Sahasrabahu Arjuna. He tells, you have done a wrong thing. He might have done wrong, but you are a Brahmin. He is a Kshatriya. You are a Brahmin. You should have forgiveness. Shauryam tejo dhrutir yuddhe chapyapalayanam danam ishvara bhavascha chatram karma swabhavajam. The characteristics of a Kshatriya. How his activities have been given to him according to the qualities. Shauryam, Tava, Tejaha, splendor, Dhrutihi, firmness. Dakshyam. Yes. Hello? Yeah. Yuddhecha api apalayanam. He should not show his back in the battle. Dhanam, generosity, Ishvara bhavascha, lordliness, the power to control. Chatram karma swabhavajam. These are the qualities, actions of a Kshatriya born out of his own nature. So you see, it doesn't miss both karma, nature. That is why Geetha said in the 4th chapter, Guna karma vibhagashaha chaturvarnyam maya srishtam. Guna karma vibhagashaha, according to temperament, according to action. Krushi vairagya raksha vanijyam vaishya karma subhavagam. Krushi gauraksha vanijyam. Krushi gauraksha vanijyam vaishya karma subhavagam. Paricharyatmakam karma shudrashyapi subhavagam. Of a vaishya, krushi, agriculture. Gauraksha, cattle rearing. Vanijyam, business. Vaishya karma swabhavagam. According to his temperament, these are the karmas that he should take up. Paricharyatmakam karma shudrasyapi swabhavagam. Shudra's karma is to serve all. There is nobody superior, nobody inferior. Since you need the head, you need the shoulders, you need the tummy, you need the feet. You cannot be without any one of them. Therefore, whatever is your nature, choose your karma accordingly, but be detached and use that karma to serve God in all forms. You will get moksha whether you are a Shudra or a Brahmana. Sve sve karmani abhirataha samsiddhim labhate naraha. Swakarma nirata siddhim yatha vindati tatsunu. I have been unnecessarily talking about this need for detaching and serving and no superiority, no in. This sloka here says, Sve sve karmani abhirataha samsiddhim labhate naraha. Devoted, each to his own duty, man attains perfection. Each to his own duty. When you are devoted, you will attain perfection. How engaged in his own duty, he attains perfection. That listen. How? Engaged in your own duty, whether you are a Shudra, Vaishya, Kshatriya, or a Brahmana. How you gain perfection? You please listen. Yatah pravritti bhutanam yena sarvamidam tatam sarva karmana sarva karmana tamabhyarchya siddhim vindati manava. See this sloka. The previous sloka, what I did, and this sloka are very important for you to understand the whole science of gunas and the by temperament, what they are called, Brahmana, Vaishya, Kshatriya, Shudras. Earlier one, he said that everybody stationed in his own character and duty can reach perfection. And he said, I will tell you how. Now he is telling, Yataha pravritti bhutanam yena sarvamidam tatam swakarmana tamabhyatya siddhim vindati manava. From whom this world has come, by whom this world is pervaded, worshipping him, irrespective of your caste, color, and all that, you will gain perfection. Seeing the Lord in all, worshipping him, serving him. How? Once you see the Lord in all, the plurality, the divisions, the multiplicity ends. The plurality, the division, the multiplicity ends, the mind ends. Where the mind ends, one is God. Where the mind ends, one is God. So therefore, he says, just do not worry if you are a Shudra. It matters not. A Brahmana can come down like Ajamila. A Shudra can go up. Any number of stories, Rudrasura. The most fascinating character in the whole Bhagavata for me is Rudrasura, a Rakshasa. Nobody is so noble as him. Ajamila fell down. So just do not worry where God has placed you, what is your temperament. What is important, he says here. Sreyan swadharmo vigunaha paradharma swanushtitat swabhavanayatam karma urvannapnoti kilbisham. Whatever is your duty, your temperament, to go through that is better than trying to take some others because everybody says that is better. Everybody says that is better. Because once you follow your inclination, you will bring out all those suppressed vasanas outside. And serving detachedly, not depending on result, you do not pick up new garbage. Thus you become purified. In case you take up somebody's, because that is better. Oh, I am only a businessman, I would like to become a politician. Or a politician thinks I should become a minister. What happens? Your vasanas, your inclinations are not exhausted. You are picking up new vasanas. Your inclinations, your vasanas are not exhausted. You are picking up new vasanas. So you have aggravated the problem. Instead of that, whatever may be your inclination, Sreyan Swadharmo Vigunaha, even if it is inferior, Paradharma Swanushtita, then others' dharma, which is superior or practiced well. Swabhavanayatam karma, if you follow your own inclination, kurvan, doing it, na apnoti kilbisham, you shall not get new vasanas. You will exhaust the existing vasanas. You will not get new vasanas. Therefore, know your inclination, follow that. Know your inclination, follow that. This is called Swadharma. Asakta buddhi sarvatra jitatma vigata spruhaha naishkarmya siddhim paramam Sanyasena adhigacchati, sanyasena adhigacchati, asakta buddhihi, whose intellect is unattached or detached, jitatma, who has controlled his senses, the mind, vigata spruhaha, free from attachment, naishkarimya siddhim, he shall gain a state where he finds freedom in action. Paramam, that supreme state, Syat Paramam Sanyasena Adhigacchati. He shall gain that supreme state through sannyasa. Every word in this verse is important. Asakta
Uncle, we have missed one sloka, 47, 48, I think.
Pardon?
We have missed that 48 sloka. We have gone to 49.
48. Okay.
47.
Sahajam karma kaunteya.
47, I said 48 only I had to do. Sahajam karma kaunteya sadoshamapi natyajet sarva rambahi doshena dhumena agniriva pruta. Whatever is your natural inclination, you do it because there is no question of anything being perfect. A Brahmana, Vaishya, Kshatriya, Shudra, all of them have their own defects. All of them have their own defects. Therefore, don't worry. Whatever is your inclination, follow that. That was. Asakta buddhi sarvutra jitatma vigata spruha. What is important is when you follow your inclination, be detached. Then you shall reach Naishkarmya Siddhi. Naishkarmya Siddhi is actionlessness. Freedom in action. Gurudev says a beautiful sentence. There is no freedom from action. There is freedom in action. Naishkarmya, actionlessness. Why do you act? Because you have a desire. Why do you have a desire? Because you lack something. Why do you lack something? Because you think you are the body. Why do you think you are the body? Ignorance of the self. Ignorance of the self manifests as desire at the intellect, becomes action at the body. So when it says you go beyond action, you have lost ignorance, you have become one with God. That is Naishkarmya Siddhi. To go beyond actions means you have gone beyond ignorance. Ignorance is the cause, karma is the action. When you say you have gone beyond karma, the effect is gone, the cause is not there. With the cause is there, you cannot get rid of the effect. Paramam sannyasena. You go to the highest state through sannyasa. That is important. What is sannyasa? Your identification with the lower ones. How can you reach God unless you detach? You cannot wake up unless you detach from dream. You cannot sleep unless you detach from waking. Gurudev says you cannot be in two dimensions at the same time. So we are now in three dimensions, waking, dream, and deep sleep. The fourth dimension is Godhood. To go to Godhood, you have to detach from the three dimensions, body, mind, and intellect. Therefore, only through sannyasa you can reach there. What is this chapter? Tyaga and sannyasa. What did I tell you? Every topic that is discussed in this chapter should be seen in the light of Tyaga and sannyasa. Right now, he has discussed us the fourth caste. That is purpose also is to tell us ultimately you have to detach from them. Sannyasa. Buddhya vishuddhya yukto dhrutyatmanam niyamya shabdadin vishayan tyakva ragadvesho yudasya cha. So, what is sannyasa? Here, the tyaga aspect of sannyasa is telling. endowed with a pure intellect, controlling the self by firmness, relinquishing sound and other objects, and abandoning attraction and hatred. This is sannyasa. This is tyaga. The difference between tyaga and sannyasa, tyaga is to renounce the fruits. Sannyasa is to renounce the sense of agency and enjoyership, the ego. In tyaga, still the ego will be there. In sannyasa, the ego will not be there. Viviktasevi lagvashi yatavakkaya manasaha dhyana yoga paro nityam vairagyam samupashritaha. How shall you gain that supreme? Whatever may be your caste, living in that detached, how shall you gain? Dwelling in solitude, vivikta sevi. Solitude means it doesn't mean come off from everybody. Withdraw unto your own bosom, heart, from everything external. You can be in a crowd, but you can experience solitude. You can be alone, but your mind can be a devil's factory. So, what is important in solitude is to withdraw the mind and to rest it in the self. Lagvashi, eating but a little. Eating is not mere food. Eating through the eyes. Eating through the eyes is seeing forms. Eating through the ears is hearing sounds. Eating through the mouth is speaking less. So don't ask me to stop, right? So eating less through all our senses, but a little, yet yata vakkaya manasaha, speech, body, and mind subdued. That's called tapas. Dhyana yoga paraha, living in concentration and meditation. Vairagyam samupasritaha, taking refuge in detachment, vairagya, dispassion. Vairagya, detachment, dispassion cannot sustain if you have not found joy in something higher. Vairagya, detachment is only possible when you have identified with something greater, greater happiness, greater dimension, the God, the love, the happiness. Ahankaram balam darpam kamam krodham parigraham vimuchya nirmama shanto brahma bhuyaya kalpate. This is sannyasa. Ahankaram, egoism, balam, power, darpam, arrogance, kamam, desire, krodham, anger, parigraham, covetousness, vimuchya, freed yourself from that, nirmamaha, sense of possession, mind, shantaha, peaceful, brahma bhuyaya kalpate. He becomes fit for the state of Brahma. Now, ahankara, ego. I, when you say, can you be peaceful? All the time you say, I. What happens when you all the time say, I? Others go away from you. They leave you. You won't get any help. Nobody will care for you. You can't be peaceful. Balam, power. Power corrupts, they say. So power will take off your peace. Darpam, arrogance. Kamam, desire. Can you have a quiet, calm mind with desire disturbing you? Krodham, anger. I'm very peaceful getting angry. Parigraham, all the time wanting this, wanting that, coveting others' wealth, jealousy. With all that, can you be peaceful? What is the corollary? Leaving all them, you will be peaceful. An absolute state of peace of mind is called Brahmasthiti. With all of them, you can't be peaceful. Leave all of them, your peace absolute. Peace absolute is Godhood. If you do not take these verses one by one, chew them, contemplate them, make your own, I don't say it's a waste. You are missing a great opportunity to live as God in a shortest period. Brahma Bhuta Prasannatma na shochati na kanchati samas sarveshu bhuteshu mad bhaktim labate param. He, having become Brahman, becomes quiet, peaceful, serene in the self. He neither grieves nor desires, because he has no value for anything external. So something is lost, he knows it's only an appearance lost. Wave died, water didn't die, ocean didn't die. He doesn't grieve. He doesn't want anything from external world because it's all Narayana. He is in me. The world is in him. Narayana is in me. Lakshmi in his chest. World is in him. Why do I need anything from the external world? Samasarveshu bhuteshu is the same in all beings. He sees the same Narayana everywhere. He sees the Narayana in himself, the same Narayana everywhere. Mad bhaktim labate param. He obtains supreme devotion to me. What is supreme devotion? What is devotion? What is voting? Voting is to exercise your right. What is devoting? To renounce your right. In preference to whom? To God. Renounce your ego. Choose the Lord as your prop, as your support, as your essence. Bhaktya mam abhijanati yavan yaschasmi tattvataha tato mam tattvato gnatva visate tadanantaram. What happens when he gets that type of bhakti? You see, every verse is connected. So I am connecting, but you will not be able to catch this in this short period in the class. You have to go home and see the connections. You have to go home, see word-to-word connection, see the stanza-to-stanza connection. It is your life. What is the price? Godhood or being a miserable being? How can you ignore? How can you postpone that? Bhaktya mam vijanati yavan yaschasmi tattvataha tato mam tattvato gnatva visate tadanantaram. By his devotion to me, because devotion is identification with the Lord. Any love is identification. Without that person, I am not complete. Whatever that person likes, I like. We are one in two bodies. So God also same. If you love God, you lose your identity and you become him. You know him in essence. And then what I am, who I am. Then having known me in essence, in my essence, he enters into me. First Sravana, then Manana, then Nididhyasana. You have known through the Shastras, through the teacher's words. You have understood through reflection, assimilate through meditation. Gain the knowledge, information through hearing, Sravana. Through reflection, understand, Manana. Through Nididhyasana, meditation, assimilate. Sarva karmanyapi sada vanu madhyapasrayaha mat prasadad avapnoti shashvatam padamabhyayam. Doing all actions, always taking refuge in me, by my grace, he obtains the eternal, indestructible, straight or above. Sarva karmanyapi sad. Whatever you do, all work is meant for God. Means what? I am doing to exhaust my vasanas. Why should I exhaust my vasanas? To reach God. I am doing because all the people around me are God. I am serving them. All my work is an offering to God because God is everywhere and to bring out my vasanas. So therefore, whatever work you are doing, you may be a butcher. There are stories in Mahabharata. You may be a butcher, you will be a gnani because you have never switched off from God in your mind. Whatever you are doing, be a butcher, be a hussy, by being an anchorite, you will not get, you need not get jnana. Kukkananattayo story in Mahabharata. सर्वकर्माण्यपि सदा कुर्वाणो मद्व्यपाश्रयः मत्प्रसादादवाप्नोति शाश्वतं पदमव्ययम्. Through my benevolence, through my grace, you will gain. Another portion also it will come through my grace. That means God also is like a politician, you see. You go on chamchaying, he favors you. No, you chose him. Shankara gives a beautiful example. In winter, there is a fireplace. You go near it, you can protect yourself from winter. You don't go near it, what can the fire do? You choose God, he can help you. You don't choose God, how can he help you? So when he says his grace, the one stanza will come, there it is very clear. This is 56. In 58, it's a contract. One portion is yours, other portion is God's. When I come to that, I'll tell you, you remember that one verse all your life. Every day repeat it whenever there is some problem, some insecurity, some fear. That one verse is enough. It will come. This 56, 58, it will come. That's my favorite verse. Recently only I have discovered its power. I am using it left and right. Chetasa sarvakarmani mayi sanyasya matparaha buddhi yogamupasritya machitta satatam bhava. You must have seen from the last three verses, he is developing the topic of sannyasa. It will end up in 66, where sannyasa is complete. That's why Vaishnavas call it Charama Sloka. So, from the last three verses up to 66, he is telling sannyasa. What is sannyasa? To renounce your ego, to surrender your ego. How do you renounce your ego? How do you surrender your ego? To see he alone exists. There is nothing other than him. So therefore, surrender is seen differently, but the truth of surrender is acceptance. What is acceptance? He alone is there. All results are given by him. Everything is good. That acceptance is called surrender. Gurudev said, a teacher's job is to teach how to surrender. So Krishna, towards the end of Geetha, is now concluding those 78. At the 66th verse, he concludes. He has started the topic 2-3 verses before, because this chapter is moksha sannyas yoga, right? Okay, whatever it is, even if slight difference doesn't matter. So this chapter is on sannyasa. So he's teaching us step by step. What do you say? What do you renounce? Actions, not possible. Chetasa sarvakarmani mayi sanyasya matpara. Mentally renouncing all actions. Not having sense of agency. I am the doer. I am the enjoyer. I need the result. See God in all. That is called mental renunciation. Mayi sanyasya matparaha. Seeing all in God. Seeing all for the sake of God. And keeping me as the ultimate goal. Buddhi yoga mupasritya. Trying to take refuge in the path of knowledge, in the yoga of discrimination, that's called Buddhi Yoga. Machittaha, all the time absorbed in me, fixed in me, satatam, continuously. You must fix your mind in me. What happens when you fix your mind in me? That is the verse I said, important. Next verse. Machitta sarva durgani, mat prasadat tarishyasi. Atha chet tvam ahankarat na sroshyasi vinanchyasi. Krishna is cursing. Atha chet tvam ahankarat sroshyasi vinanchyasi. Machittaha. This is all your part. Rest is his part. That half sentence is enough in this sloka. You don't need even the second line. Half line is enough. Half line, one word only, your duty. Machittaha, all the time, keep your mind on me. Machittaha. Then what will happen? Sarva Durgani, all your obstacles, challenges, problems. Mat prasada, by my grace, tarishyasi, you shall cross over. Machittaha, keep your mind on me all the time. Sarva Durgani, all obstacles, all challenges, all problems. Mat prasada, through my grace, tarishyasi, you shall cross over. This half line, half of the stanza, one line is enough for your life. Is enough for you. Keep your mind all the time in God. He shall take care of the rest. That's what he said in 9:22. Ananya chintayanto mam ye janaha paryupasate tesham nityabhiyuktanam yogakshemam vahamyam. Those who continuously think of me and worship me and serve me, whatever they need I give, whatever they have I protect. Yogakshemam vahamyam. That same thing here is said in a different way. Machittaha, absorbed in me, keeping your mind in me. Sarva Durgani, all obstacles. Mat prasada, through my grace. Harishyasi, you shall cross over. Atha if in case you do not, ahankara, to your ego, nasroshyasi, you do not listen to this advice of mine. Vinankshyasi, you are doomed, you shall perish. Krishna curses. Can Krishna curse? That is the truth. What can you do? If you follow this, you are saved. If you don't follow this, you are doomed. It's a truth. It's a truth. Do not hold on to naked wire. You will die. If you want to live, renounce the naked wire. It's a truth. What can Krishna do? Yadahankara masritya nayosya iti manyate mityaiva vyavasayaste prakritistvam niyotshati. And one thing you will perish. Second thing, can you at least succeed in that arrogance? He says you cannot succeed in that also. Because your nature will compel you to do whatever you want to renounce. Whatever you want to leave, your nature will force you to do that. Because Arjuna said, I don't want to fight. For that, this sloka. Arjuna said, I don't want to fight. He thought that is sannyasa. Krishna taught what is sannyasa. Now Krishna is telling, through your ego, you do not fight. Your nature won't allow. You will leave this battle. Go to Rishikesh. There you start fighting. This is my tree. I am sitting here. You cannot come here. Wherever you go, you carry your mind. Your mind is your enemy. And the battle will go on between the Kauravas and the Pandavas. That's what Bhagavan says. Yadahankara masritya nayosya iti manyase. I won't fight if you think. Mityaiva vyavasayahate. It's only a delusion, your resolution. You will not fight. Prakritisvam niyokshiti. Your nature will force you to act. Why? It is God inside you who is handling your vasanas for your own welfare. The vasanas will force you to do, propelled by God. That's the next verse. One more beautiful verse in surrender. Ishvaraha sarvabhutanam hruddeshe arjuna tishtati brahmayan sarvabhutani yantrarudhani maya. Ishvaraha, the Lord, sarvabhutanam, in all beings, hruddeshe, in the cave of the heart, Arjuna tishtati, he is sitting there. Brahmayan sarvabhutani, he is making everybody go round in circles, yantra rudha nimaya, as though they are sitting on a machine that is moving. They have no choice. The machine is moving. They move with the machine. Like that, all these people will be forced to act because I am there sitting inside and handling your vasanas. Therefore, yantra rudhani mayaya, through illusion, though as though mounted on a machine, all beings are caused to revolve by God, handling your vasanas. Right? So, day after tomorrow is the last class. No, there is a beautiful verse here. I don't want to finish without that. Let me do that. Tameva sharanam gaccha sarvabhavena bharata tat prasadat param shantim thanam prapsasi shashvatam. That Ishvara sitting in our heart, handling your affairs and making you revolve as though sitting on a machine. Tameva sharanam gaccha, surrender unto him. Hold on to him. He will never let you down. World will never save you. Tameva sharanam gaccha. Take refuge in him. Sarva bhavena. Through body, through mind, through intellect, or in all ways. With all your beings, with all your personalities. Tat prasada. Through his grace. Param shantim. Supreme peace. Rapsasi shashvatam. Eternal supreme peace you will gain if you surrender unto him. How do you gain peace in the night when you go to sleep? You surrender your identification with the body, mind, intellect, and you gain peace. Same thing in the waking. Surrender your body, mind, intellect unto the Narayana in you. You shall gain total permanent peace. Okay? Thank you all. Beautiful class, God's days, and few more verses. Next week, we shall complete maybe half an hour, 45 minutes only I need. I won't even need 1 hour. Next class, Thursday, we complete 18 chapters. Thank you all. God bless you all.
Hari Om.
Hari Om, uncle.
Hari Om, uncle.
Thank you, uncle.
Hari Om.
Hari Om.